Hello. So, it was a little bit later than expected because I'm going out and I've been doing my eye makeup and it took longer than I actually originally thought that it would be. So today I just thought I'd hop on, say hello to you all because once again it's been a little while and answer some questions because I feel like that's the best way to do these live streams. So if you've got any questions about, is it Ashia? Hope I've said that right. Hi Sue. If you've got any questions about light language or manifestation, then just put them in the comments. If you are watching this later, please put hashtag replay and then ask me a question in the comments. And what I will most likely do is do another live stream tomorrow or maybe Monday where I'm answering that question. Okay, so hello, welcome to my Quantum Activation Facebook group. So if you are new, welcome. Say hello in the comments and let me know where you are watching from. So my name is Amy and I am a light language activation coach. I'm also a quantum hypnosis practitioner. So quantum hypnosis is multidimensional life regression. So if you know the work of Dolores Cannon, it is basically that. It's basically we go to other dimensions, other timelines, other planets and other realities. And as well as this, I'm also a manifestation coach. So if you've got any questions about any of that, please do ask below. Okay. So, I have got one question to begin with from somebody. Say hello in the comments, let me know you're watching, or leave me a little like emoji thing. Hi Bertie, how are you? Hope you're doing well. So I'm going to do a light language transmission first of all, because I feel like the majority of you in here have probably heard of light language. As you can see, I'm absolutely obsessed with dragons. So if you also love dragons, leave me a comment below. If you work with them, if you know their names, that's how obsessed I am. Then let me know in the comments because I love anything to do with dragons. Feel free to post pictures in here of dragons as well. Okay, let's do a light language transmission then. So you have an idea of what it is that I mean when I actually say light language. So light language is a language. Hi Robert, how are you? Let me know in the questions if you've got any, let me know in the comments if you've got any questions about anything. So light language is an energy language. It's a high vibrational energy language. It's not a human language. And a lot of people ask and want to know, what does it mean, right? They want to be able to understand it, okay? And the thing is, it's light language is all about getting into a place of flow, okay? Because what it does is it releases us from all the bullshit and all the conditioning that we are constantly bombarded with of as humans about who we should be, how we should act, and you know what we should be doing. So it's very, very freeing when you start to speak it and you start to work with it. It's just like a breath of, oh, thank fuck for that, right? So it's very much like a pattern interrupter as well in terms of like mental health, because we spend so much of our life in our minds, and what this does is it drops you down into your heart space. It drops you down into your body, okay? And it starts to give you a lot more of an awareness as well of, you know, how you're feeling in your body, because the more that you work with it, the more relaxed you're going to be, the more calm you're going to be, the more not up here you're going to be. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not one of those spiritual people, no judgment, that are all like, just be in your heart all the time and just be really spiritual. I'm not like one of those people, because I very much believe that the mind and the heart are both very important. But the way that I see it is, or the way that I kind of feel is that it's important that we go to the heart first, and then the mind helps us create the structures. So if you want to, you can call it the masculine and feminine. I don't really talk about it in that way. But this is what it does, because the more that you drop into your heart space, you know, the easier your life is going to be. Okay, because you're not going to be overthinking all the time. So this is like the main thing that it gives us, and this is what a lot of people don't talk about, because a lot of people talk about it in a way that, let's connect with the Galactic Federation and all that, and there is like definitely an aspect of that. There definitely is. And the reason that there is because it connects you on a soul level, okay, with who you actually are. So it's very multidimensional, and it connects us with that aspect, with those aspects of ourselves that are, let us say, incarnated into different planets, different places of existence. So it's a very beautiful thing. Okay, now it is also a very vulnerable process, because I had someone, you know, yesterday, she was sort of messaging me, and it was a great question, and it was like about, you know, it's bringing up a lot of sort of fear in me to be thinking, because I have a light language activation course. For those that are interested, obviously message me. It is going up in a few days. So I have had a few messages about this and stuff like that. And she said, well, it's bringing up a lot of fear in me. So just to answer this, and to answer this for the collective, activating your light language, going through this process, is a vulnerable process. And the reason that it is because of what I was saying before, as in, you know, oh, you know, we're supposed to speak in this way, we're supposed to act in this certain way. Light language is stepping outside of your comfort zone, or expanding your comfort zone. So it's the edge for a lot of people. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, I didn't have anybody mentoring me or helping me through this process. Like, everything that I talk about is something that I've come to realize for myself. I don't have a mentor. I never have, because this is a process for me of like learning to really trust myself. And when I was activating my light language, it took me several months, because I was like, I don't even know what this is. I was like, what the fuck even is this? Like, no one was talking about it at the time. It was all just like an intuitive thing that just unfolded, which is now what, you know, I teach and activate and help people to do for themselves. And it's really just a process of aligning to who you actually are. Okay, what your actual, let's say, some people call it soul language, some people call it light language. I have heard people say it's different. I think that's bullshit personally. I think it's all the same. The main thing is that it connects you on a human level, because we're here as humans in this incarnation having this experience. It connects you on a deeper level with who you truly are, and how to live your life in a way that feels more in flow, feels more in alignment. Okay, so I'm just gonna, am I actually even live in my group? I've even gone live in the right place, because I don't even know right now. Because I can't see myself, so maybe I'm not even live in my group, I don't know. Okay, so so if you've got any questions, just let me know. Okay, I'm going to do a light language transmission. Oh yeah, it does say I am live in my group. I'm going to do a transmission for you. There I am, I can see myself now. Right. Hi, yeah, hi Sue, hi Robert, hi Sarah, hi Charlotte. Again, if anyone has got any questions about light language, just let me know in the comments. And so what I want you to do is I want you to really feel into this. Okay, I want you to feel it in your heart space. I'm not going to translate it. I'm just going to let you feel it, okay? Because a lot of the time people just want to know, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean for you? Okay, there's no wrong and there's no right. But as you start to work with light language, you're going to understand it on a soul level more and more, okay? Because it's going to activate your third eye and your throat chakra to new levels. So not only will you be able to understand information coming through the crown, you will also be able to speak it and express what it is that you've experienced, because a lot of the time, you know, we have all this information, we have all these downloads, but you're like, what the fuck how do we even explain that? How do we even describe that? And what light language does is it actually helps you to express the information. Okay, so hopefully my connection is okay, because I can see it sort of like going in and out a little bit on the screen, but that's okay. Right, so I want you to tune into your heart space then. If it helps, to place one hand over the other here. I'm going to take a couple of deep breaths. Merely activating your heart space, and this is a space where we are able to feel into, where we're able to receive light language, where we are able to transmit light language. Okay, now what you may find is that throughout this process, you feel like a sensation here. You may feel like an opening. You may feel like a familiarity. If after I finish this transmission, you want to then go ahead and speak back to me in some sort of sounds, in some sort of light language, or, you know, toning, or you may find your hands are wanting to kind of make an kind of move, or, you know, do an expression, be it more expressive, go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm going to begin this transmission now. And just invite you to just be open, just to receiving this. Sotiara hashtutura niwa ia sokum tashe ikatinia kutia inna yikutushtutima iesukia iesukila irashte ia. Nahasumera ia wakiashtutia ia. Ni asukutu la ira nekuatista ikamastae. Kustonoa hia sakira stutila kitarane wa ia. Kista maie so kinahratiela iro. Iro susum tayekina irania ahaso kutua I. Kestuno maraso kina I. Katirastu ke la tira mahia ia katana. Aquana hia satira I. Kustana haso kema. Mai moro so tu tira sha I. Kies tu tia I kina I. Ikinai mahia sukila su kana arashtotite kinowashi ia. Now just inviting you, if you feel called to, whilst you're watching, if you can, and there's no one else with you, or someone open, if you want to, making any sounds that you might want to make. If you feel called, maybe you already speak light language. So now inviting you to actually speak light language back to the camera. And the way that you do that is you're literally just tuning into here, and you are allowing any sounds that might want to come out, or maybe it's your hands that want to start moving. I'm going to invite you to do that now, because anything that comes through in this moment, whilst you're tuned into this space, whilst you've received that activation, will be light language. Because people overcomplicate this so much more than it needs to be. It's very, very, very simple, okay? Now, if you do feel called to it, I do have a light language activation course. It is 4 weeks long. It's personalized coaching with myself on this subject, okay? It is going to be going up on July the 31st, so you've got a couple of days to make that decision or to get in touch with me and to find out more about it. I'll put a link in the comments. Now, there was something else that I was going to say as well. So I had a really good question before, which was from Scott. Let me just see. Let me read his comment again. And it was, let me just see. Okay, so what are the benefits of learning light language and how could it help me? So I love this question. Right, there's infinite benefits of learning light language, okay? So I'm going to go through the first ones that come to mind. Okay, so the first one that comes to mind is if you are empathic, if you are sensitive, if you struggle in any way, shape or form, speaking your truth, and especially with speaking boundaries, saying boundaries, or you have a problem in this area, or you feel like this is something you struggle with, should I say, or you have a block, okay? Light language will, because it's massively it's massively going to change the way that you communicate within yourself on an energetic level and on every level. In the physical level, it helps you to unblock your throat chakra and to express yourself and to speak your motherfucking truth. I don't know if any of you have ever seen that meme where it's like, speak your fucking truth. I hope there's not kids watching, but you know, this is how I talk. Speak your fucking truth. Sincerely your throat chakra. Well, like, light language is basically that meme, okay? Because you're speaking your truth. You're speaking your soul's truth, okay? You're speaking your soul's essence. So on every level, it's going to unlock your throat chakra, and it takes time, okay? But that is what, you know, the process is. And in the course, we do a lot of deep work on things that you know, trauma and things like that, that you might have struggled with in this lifetime. We bring healing to that so you can express yourself in the world from a place of confidence. So, you know, if you do any kind of public speaking, right? So, you know, I'm an example of this, right? So a few years ago, you know, this for me would have been an absolute nightmare. This was like my worst nightmare, and it's a lot of people's nightmare as well, as like speaking in public, okay? It's going to help you with that. And if, you know, so for example, now, like, I'm running ceremonies, events. Hi, Melvin. Oh no, he's asking to join. So it's going to help you in that aspect, if there's any sort of public speaking, or you would like to move into public speaking on any level. And for a lot of you, like, you might be like, fuck no. Okay, but it's going to help you to speak your truth. It's going to massively upgrade your intuition, right? Because what it does, again, it puts you down into the heart space. So if you are, you know, you don't even have to be someone that's like working in this field, in this space, but a lot of the people that do come to this are space holders, practitioners, readers, coaches of all kind, healers, right? It's going to amplify everything that you are doing, and it's going to expand it to new levels because it opens up your channeling abilities. So that's what it does, is we go, everything's going to open up. You're going to feel a lot more clearer. You're going to feel a lot more confident in your channeling abilities, whether you want to do that for other people or whether it's just that you in yourself would like to have a deeper connection, a clearer connection or whatever with your higher self, you know, source, spirit guides, angels. For me, it's the dragons. Like, obviously you can tell, like, I'm massively moving into like working with the dragons, because yeah, I'll go into that on another time, on another video. But, you know, whatever, if you've got an intention, you're like, you know what, Amy, I would really like to do light language, and I would really like to work with this particular being because I feel really called to it. So you could be like, I really want to work with the Pleiadians. I really want to work with the dolphin. Do you know what I mean? There's like infinite, and we're going to like, right, okay, well, we're going to work on that connection. You're going to start receiving more messages. It's going to open up your third eye. Yeah. If you're someone that it does, like, you know, you should meditate, but you don't. That was my journey. Like, I'll be honest with you, like, I don't meditate that much because I can't be asked. Like, and I know some people like, oh my God. But it's like, I meditate probably, as in sit down to meditate for about 5 minutes a day. Because literally, as soon as I sit down to meditate, my mouth is got like, I'm talking, right? So like, what it does with me all day long is it kind of like puts me in a meditative state of presence. That's what it does. That's what literally light language does. So it puts you in a state of being in the here, being in the now. Because when I'm channeling that information, I'm not in a million fucking other places at once doing 10 other things, right? So, you know, that's what it does. It brings me into a state of presence. And again, this is why it's really good for like mental health. I'm not saying it's the cure to mental health, because I've been on that journey myself, as a lot of us have. And, you know, there's a lot of like reprogramming of the mind, working with therapists, working with coaches or wherever. But it's definitely been a massive help and an excellent tool in my journey. You know, I used to have panic attacks really badly, like I couldn't leave the house at one point, and now I'm doing this and standing in front of large audiences because light language has helped me with that. Okay, so other things is an excellent healing tool. Okay, so literally, right, so if I'm doing Reiki or something like that, well, I don't really do it in that way so much, but let's say in my quantum healing sessions, in the hypnosis sessions, there'll be a point where I intuitively feel like called to use it, okay, and I'll just know, because again, this is a journey that I've been on, but it's like it will help me to be able to see into what's going on a lot clearer. And then, you know, I'll be like, right, I'm going to send light language in, okay, as in send the light language, visualize the light language, feel the light language going into the person. Okay, it's super powerful. I get people all the time messaging me saying, oh my god, this thing has gone, that thing has happened. Do you know what I mean? And it's like it's like an amplifier. So think about it like this: if you're a Reiki person or whatever it is that you do, maybe you're not, maybe you're just doing it for yourself, right? It's like it's energy being spoken, so it's giving the energy a physical dimension because you can physically hear it with your ears. When you do Reiki, it's like a feeling, isn't it? Well, that's how I experience it. It's a feeling of channeling energy. Now imagine being able to speak that, or being able to express that energy through your hands. This is what it is, and this is what it does. Okay, other things. Right, so in terms of manifestation, right, so manifestation is all about, again, it's bringing the spiritual, bringing the non-physical into the physical, into the tangible, right? And again, this is what light language is. It brings the non-physical into the tangible, physical, 3D human experience. So manifestation is about creating. It's a process of creation. Light language is also a process of creation. And a lot of people ask me, am I making it up during the course? Well, here's my answer to that. Yes. Yes, because we're making it all up. Manifestation, you're making it up. You're making it up. Everything that you can see in your reality is made up because it came from somewhere, right? It's all being created. When you go to a reading, person is making it up, but they are expressing the spiritual into the physical. So yes, it is made up. It's creation. And manifestation is a process of creation. So what it does is it helps you to quantum jump the timelines. So what do I mean by that? When we want something, we are here because we don't have it yet in the physical. And we want it to become, we want to create it in our physical reality, right? Now, the gap, how it closes the gap is when we speak light language, it transcends time and space. So the way that I use it, and I honestly don't know anybody else, that I'm not saying this in like a big-headed way, this is literally because I'm intuitively doing it myself, right? The way that I work with it is, if I want something and I do a visualization, part of that is, so we create with our thoughts, but what helps us to also manifest is to get into the feeling, energetic space of having the thing that we already want now. So when I do my affirmations, so when I do my visualization, and the way that I use it in my manifestation sessions is I speak some light language, and that helps my client go from here to here because they already, you close the gap because they already feel like they've got it. Because when I send the codes in, the sounds and the expressions, that activates within them and the manifestation that they're wanting to bring in. So it speeds it up. Like it massively speeds it up, and that's what it's done with so many manifestations on my journey, because I'm not in that space of it's not here yet, it's not working, when's it going to arrive? Because I just speak light language and I'm there, right? So that's what it does. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that, I mean, there's so many things. You can use it as like an energizer. So when I was working in a warehouse, a few of you, you know, I know you've heard this before, but I was working in a warehouse like 18 months ago. Now I've got a successful spiritual business. Okay, I was earning minimum wage. I was cleaning toilets, and I was, you know, packing and picking shit, right? Just, you know, just a normal like minimum wage job. And I'd gone from that to doing like a corporate job before that, which gave me a nervous breakdown. Long story. Okay, so I had to go and do this more basic job, which was a lot less money, okay, to like pay the bills and everything while I like built my business up. Okay, now when I was doing that job, what I used to do was, because I was exhausted all the time, as you can imagine, doing a really physical job for 8 hours a day, more than that, it was like 9 hours, and then I'd come home and I'd be working on my business and like, you know, doing, you know, sessions with clients and everything that has to be done with a business, okay? And so I'd be tired all the time. So like what I would do is I would take a few moments away from the cameras. I don't know if they ever saw me doing it on the camera, but what the fuck ever, right? And I used to just like put my hands over my solar plexus energy center, right? Which is like your power center, your purpose center. And I would just literally send light language codes into that center and it would energize me, okay? And it would change my thoughts around the situation that I was currently experiencing, where I wasn't there thinking, oh, I'm in a fucking warehouse, I don't want to be here all day, this is shit, meh, 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 right? Okay, because that's the opposite of what I was manifesting. And instead, what it would do is it would be like, no, I'm on this journey, you know, this is just a stepping stone. I'm going to get what I want. It's coming soon. The clients are coming. The money is coming. I'm supported. I'm energized, right? So it would change my frequency around that situation. So this is why it's also incredibly powerful and it's incredibly, you know, useful as a tool. So I think that's everything that I want to say about like the benefits of it. So I hope that answers your question, Scott, because I don't particularly know what your situation is in terms of how it could help you, but there's some of the main ways that it has helped me and a lot of other people. Okay, so let me know if that answers your question when you watch it later. If you do want to ask me any more questions about it, that's fine. Just put them in the comments. Anyone else that wants to ask me questions as well, that's fine. So as I was saying before, if you feel called, I have a 4-week light language activation course, okay? So that's 4 weeks with me, okay? And as part of that, I do also include a monthly practice sharing group where you can connect with other people that have done the course before. Okay, so it's 4 45-minute sessions on Zoom, and then I give you homework to make sure that, you know, it's developing and it's on track and all of that. I'll leave the link in the comments below. There is a payment plan, okay? If you do have any questions about this, just send me a message, okay? So like I say, it's going up on July the 31st. I'm going to leave the link in the comments below, and you can have a look at that and see if that is for you, okay? All right, well, I'll speak to a lot of you soon. If any of you've got anything, you know, any more questions or anything else that you want me to talk about on the subject of manifestation, light language, or quantum hypnosis, just put it underneath this, or, you know, put it in the group or whatever, send me a message. Okay, have a beautiful Saturday. I'm going out, everyone. I'm dead excited. I'm going to a yoga and ecstatic dance thing that's... Does anyone else do ecstatic dance? The way I see it is it's also part of light language, because it's putting you in your body and it's helping you to be more free and in flow and all of that. So I'm going to this thing, setting off for that in a short while. So yay, let me know what you're doing in the comments. Okay, I will see you all soon. Lots of love. Bye.